Arrowhead Stadium was buzzing on September 28, 2025, as the Baltimore Ravens faced off against the Kansas City Chiefs. The atmosphere in the stadium was electric, with passionate fans cheering on their favorite teams. These two teams, oddly enough, both had a 1-2 record. This record made the game even more exciting because both teams desperately needed a win to improve their standing in the league. They were fighting tooth and nail to avoid a 1-3 record. Every player knew how important this game was, and they were all determined to give their best. The Ravens, with many injured players, had to fight hard against the powerful Chiefs offense. The injuries to several key players made their task even tougher. Important players like Travis Jones and Kyle Van Noy couldn't play, which weakened the Ravens team. Their absence was a big challenge for the team, so the Ravens' strength was really tested. They had to find a way to overcome this shortage and still perform at their best on the field. This game wasn't just about skill, it was also about mental toughness and not giving up easily. Every player had to show their mental resilience, but also about mental toughness and not giving up easily. Coaches and players supported each other, creating a strong sense of unity. The Ravens needed to play perfectly to have a chance, with backup players needing to perform exceptionally well. Every player, both starters and backups, had to contribute their maximum, with backup players needing to perform exceptionally well. They had to be ready at any moment to step onto the field and give their best. The final score will tell the whole story, but the Ravens' journey is full of struggle. Every second on the field is an opportunity to prove themselves. But the Ravens' journey is full of struggle. They have to keep fighting, no matter how difficult the situation. The stage is set for a fierce battle, which could be a turning point for this season. This game could be a decisive moment for both teams. It could be a turning point for this season. Can the Ravens overcome this challenge and get the much-needed win? Only time will tell. This game turned into a nightmare for the Ravens because so many players got injured. Ronnie Stanley, their best offensive lineman, injured his ankle, making Lamar-Jackson an easy target. Roquansmith, their star defender, left with a thigh injury, leaving the defense without a leader. Marlon Humphrey, the star defender, injured his calf, further weakening the defense. The biggest blow was when Lamar-Jackson couldn't play due to a thigh injury. The Ravens' hopes vanished as their roster was shattered by continuous bad luck. Despite all the problems, the Ravens started the game well, with a strong opening drive. Lamar-Jackson led the offense accurately, throwing a deep pass to Zay Flowers. That drive ended with a touchdown pass to Justice Hill, giving Baltimore an early lead. It was a moment that showed the greatness and hope for the underestimated Ravens. Their offense ran smoothly, showing that they could compete despite many injuries. But this early success was short-lived, as the game's story quickly changed. In the middle of a tense game, the Ravens faced a critical situation, 4th down with only 1 yard to go in their own territory. The atmosphere in the stadium was tense. Players looked at each other, knowing this decision could change the game. The crowd held its breath, waiting to see what their coach would do. Coach John Harbaugh, known for his bold coaching style, decided to take a big risk. Instead of choosing the safe option of punting the ball, he ordered his team to go for it. This decision immediately sparked reactions on the bench and among fans, some supporting Harbaugh's bravery, others worried about the consequences. Lamar Jackson, the star quarterback, took the snap and tried to throw a pass under pressure from the very aggressive opposing defense. However, the pressure from the Chiefs' defensive line made his throw inaccurate. The ball fell to the ground and possession went to Kansas City. This moment silenced the Ravens players, realizing the huge risk they had just taken. The Chiefs' defense stopping the Ravens' attempt was immediately met with cheers from their supporters. The momentum of the game shifted, and the energy in the stadium changed drastically. The Chiefs players celebrated their success, while the fans became even more excited to support their favorite team. The Kansas City Chiefs didn't waste this golden opportunity. With a favorable field position, they quickly launched an attack and managed to score points. The Chiefs players congratulated each other, while the Ravens players could only hang their heads in disappointment on the sidelines. The decision to take a risk at this crucial moment turned out to be a painful turning point for Baltimore. Instead of gaining momentum, they lost control of the game. The Ravens players looked frustrated, realizing that one decision could have a big impact on the final result. Instead of increasing their chances of taking the lead, the Ravens gave the Chiefs a big opportunity to take over the game. The Chiefs took full advantage of this situation, pressuring the Ravens' defense, which was starting to falter. The failure of this gamble triggered a series of events that the Ravens couldn't fix. They had to accept the bitter truth that one brave decision could change everything, and lost momentum was hard to get back for the rest of the game. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs capitalized on the Ravens' failed gamble. Mahomes led a quick scoring drive, showing his brilliance. The Chiefs extended their lead, further disheartening the Ravens. Mahomes finished the game with 270 yards and 4 touchdowns, an outstanding performance. The Chiefs' offense, with contributions from many players, took control and secured the win. Amidst the disappointment, Justice Hill shone brightly for the Ravens. He scored 2 Baltimore touchdowns, showing his talent and determination. Hill's 71-yard touchdown run was the best moment, proof of his speed. Despite the loss, Hill's performance gave the Ravens a little hope. His extraordinary effort was just a small consolation on a tough day for Baltimore. The final score, 37-20, showed the Chiefs' dominance over the Ravens. Kansas City played efficiently, capitalizing on Baltimore's mistakes and turnovers. The Ravens' inability to succeed on crucial downs was a recurring problem. Mahomes' perfect performance contrasted sharply with the Ravens' struggles. The Chiefs controlled the game clock, wearing down Baltimore's already weakened defense. The statistics confirmed the Chiefs' brilliance and Baltimore's fatal errors. The second half brought more misery for the Ravens as injuries kept piling up. Lamar Jackson leaving with a thigh injury was a huge blow. Backup player Cooperrush faced an impossible task against the aggressive defense. The defense, already weak, lost rookie Natewiggins to injury. The Chiefs continued to score, making the game unbalanced. The Ravens' roster was decimated, making the team's future uncertain for the season. The 37-20 loss left the Ravens with a worrying record, 1 win and 3 losses, similar to 2015. This was a very difficult start to the season for the Ravens, and many fans began to doubt the team's ability to bounce back. The team's future depends on the health of important players like Lamar.Jackson. The locker room felt gloomy, with many injured players and an atmosphere full of uncertainty. Facing the challenge of bouncing back amidst adversity, coaches and players must work harder to find a way for the team to get back on the winning track. The next game against the Texans will test the Ravens' strength and resilience. This is an opportunity for the team to show that they still have fighting spirit. Cooperrush might lead the offense if Jackson can't play. This is an important moment for Rush to prove his ability as a backup quarterback. The Ravens have to go through a difficult path with a depleted roster. Many key players are injured, and this makes the team's task even harder. This season is at an important crossroads, with many big decisions to be made by management and coaches. With the team's strength and character being questioned, fans hope the team can rediscover their spirit and unity to face the challenges ahead.